Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Chris here. Uh, just gonna do a quick video, real quick. Bit of an update on some good news. And then I'm gonna talk about a couple topics that are in the news of late. Um, One of them, I'm gonna defend somebody you would not expect me to defend. It's gonna shock people, but there's a reason for why I'm defending this person. Kinda, sort of. Still don't like them. Still think they're a piece of shit, but I'll get to that in a second. The first bit of good news is after about a month and a half, almost 2 months of being out of work, I have been offered a job with um, a company, MedStar. I have accepted that job offer. I just filled out the paperwork today. Starts in a couple of weeks. So that is great news because I was starting to really get antsy about how I was going to take care of my family uh, in a couple months. I had taken out my 401k to cover like things for a couple of months just while I was looking for work, but our rent and stuff's covered and all that stuff. So that was good. So that's the good news. Uh, Physical therapy is going well. My back is feeling much better. For whatever reason, I can't stretch my legs enough to like get them loose enough for these people's liking. So they put me through the ringer today, and that's fine. Um, it is what it is. I feel more flexible, so that's good, and my back feels a lot better. So that's definitely a plus after months of PT. Gonna touch on a couple of topics that are in the news. Really, the only big one in the news right now that matters is the whole Alito draft decision on Roe versus Wade. Um, Obviously, that this is bad. It's gonna make abortion. It's not outlawing abortion. It's basically throwing abortion back to the state level, where states will make the decision on abortion rights in their individual states. Now, for the red states, that's going to, basically kill abortion in those states. And you'll have people going to like states like my state of Maryland and states where it's not outlawed and stuff like that, where it has been codified. Here, they're not going to ban it or outlaw it. We're a blue state. It's not going to happen. But the California, states like that, Oregon, Washington, but in other states like Mississippi and Missouri and stuff like that, they've got bills ready to go to kind of block it the second this Supreme Court strikes down Roe. And this is bad, obviously, because it takes 50 plus years of precedent on a medical procedure and it throws it out the window for no other reason than they can do it with the stroke of a pen or the stroke of a decision. And that's not the way that this should be done. Um, there are a lot of places you can lay blame on a lot of things. Obviously, the biggest one is going to be the 2016 election. Um, I was not the biggest Hillary Clinton supporter, but damn it if she wasn't right about everything she fucking said back then. She was right about Tulsi Gabbard being a Russian asset. She was right about Donald Trump being a fucking dumpster fire as a president. And she was right about if something happened where he got to make multiple Supreme Court justice picks, that this was going to happen. And look where we're at. So she fucking called it to a T. And it wasn't like a hard call to make, but she did. So here's where we go. Here we go with that. And that's not where they're stopping, mind you. Because next up, they're coming for gay marriage. I've even heard things where they're looking at coming at loving, which covers interracial marriage. For those of you who don't know, I'm in an interracial marriage. I just got married a couple of weeks ago. This would fuck up my marriage. So I'm not down with this at all if they go for loving. Um, I'm not down with this at all. It'll fuck up my life. It'll fuck up my wife's life. It'll fuck up my family. And I don't deserve that. Nobody who's married right now deserves to have their lives uprooted because of a fucking law getting struck down. And that goes to the basic point of this whole thing that I'm going to bring up right now. Minding your fucking business. If something that someone's doing and living their life doesn't affect you directly, why the fuck do you care? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do you give a shit? Like, if someone's gay, why do you give a shit? If someone's transgender, why do you give a fuck? If someone is in an interracial relationship, why do you fucking care? It's none of your fucking business. If it's not physically hurting you or causing you any stress or strife, it's none of your fucking business what someone does behind closed doors. It's not. And you getting in their business or making it your business, it's fucking wrong. You're in the wrong for that. Someone gets an abortion, it's none of your business. You don't know what they've done or what happened to them to lead them to make that decision. I had a friend who had to who struggled with the whole abortion thing, and way back. It's part of why I'm not Catholic anymore. They struggled with it, they didn't go through with it. They tried to stay faithful to their faith, and they were the victim of some horrible shit that I'm not going to get into, but they wound up, ending their life over shit. It affected me in a way to where I left the church afterward because I sought counsel for the pain I was feeling because I tried to help this person. This is what you're leaving people to do. And if you're not going to help the person after the baby's born, what the fuck is the point? Like, you're a hypocrite. George Carlin said it best. When you're in the womb, you're okay. When you're outside, you're fucked. Like, they don't want to pay for like babysitters. They don't want to do socialized care for these kids or daycare to help these kids so the parents can fucking work. So what's the fuck? So what are they supposed to do? They're not in a position where they can have a kid. But shit happens. People get pregnant when they're not planning on it. People get assaulted. They didn't ask for it. People are on birth control. It doesn't work. Something goes wrong. These are things that happen, and someone gets pregnant. What are they? They're supposed to be. They have to be forced to carry that child when they don't want to? You get to tell them what to do with their fucking body? No. It's not your body. It's not your fucking business. If someone's gay, it's not your fucking business. Which brings me to Madison Cawthorn. There's been a concerted hit job on this dude, and I'm kind of like, as someone who hates that dude, I kind of love it, and it's happened ever since he brought up the whole coke-filled orgy comment he made, that there's been a concerted effort to ruin that man's life. And a video came out that they have him, it looks like he's engaged in like oral sex with his, from the report I saw, his cousin. I don't know if that's true. It may have been. I don't want to say for sure, but he's humping some guy in a bed, and it's not a good look for a conservative who's anti-gay. Now, if he's gay, I don't care. I have gay people. My cousin's gay. I don't care. I care that people like who are on that whole pious thing like living their lives in the falsehoods while preaching about being of God and all that, preaching about how he's living in sin for living his life while they're out doing the shit that he was doing. Um, you know who you are on that. Um, and I don't have to say anything else about that. If any of my family sees it, you know I know about it, and I ain't cool with it. Never was cool with that. That shit never sat well with me, and I don't appreciate like people in my family being hurt by his bullshit. Um, but my cousin is gay. I love my cousin. I don't care that he's gay. No one cared that he's gay. We love him for who he is because he's family. He's blood. That's all that fucking matters. You know, doesn't fucking matter. But Madsen Cawthorn, he's a piece of shit. He puts up all this anti-gay talk and all this rhetoric, and he's possibly doing the shit he did in this video, and he's doing shit he did in this video. He's a hypocrite. He's a hypocrite. But it's not about him being gay. It's about the hypocrisy of what he did. That's the problem. If he's gay. If he's not gay, you got some splaining to do, homie, because what the fuck is that shit? Between that, the text messages with the guy, and the fucking video you touching your thigh, or you touching his thigh, or whatever the fuck that was. Like, you got some splaining to do, my man. And just, if you're gay, just say you're gay. Like, it's clear someone's out to ruin you, not only politically, but ruin your life. And you probably should have never mentioned that coke orgy thing, because it's coming back to bite you hard. Real hard. Someone's out to get you, homie. And that you brought it on yourself by not shutting the fuck up. But in this day of leaks, and let me address the leak part of the whole Alito thing from yesterday. Like, people are like, oh, what about the leak? I don't give a fuck. We can figure that out later. We gotta save or stop this from happening, and we gotta fucking fight. And that brings me to the Democratic Party. For once in your fucking existence, y'all need to man up and fucking put on some gloves and fucking fight. Whatever that does, however you gotta do it, you gotta fucking fight. You have all three houses of all three houses. You have the House, you have the Senate, you have the White House. The fact that y'all can't do something about this or haven't done anything about this yet is fucking unacceptable. And you got to get your shit together and do something. I was talking with a friend of mine, John Draper from Break the Apocalypse. We were going back and forth, and like neither one of us ever thought that Roe would ever get touched. Like, I didn't think it would actually happen because I didn't think they would actually do it. Neither did he. Like, we're both like, nobody thought this would ever happen, but here we are. And it's like, like, I didn't think they would do it. Nobody thought. Everybody always thought it was just talk. Like, they're just talking about doing it, but they'll never actually go through with it because it's political suicide. You automatically lose women by doing this. And they're going to come out and vote in droves to drive you out of office. Period. Like, if this goes through, the Republican Party's fucked. They will make sure that you never get in power again. And so we were like, can't believe this is fucking happening, but they're going for it. And we were both like, we're just talking between us, and we were both in shock. Like, in a little exchange on Twitter. Like, I'm in shock, and he was just as shocked. Like, I can't believe they're doing it. But they're doing it, and I'm still in shock that it's happening. It's a possibility that it could happen. But it is. And I don't know what can be done, but something's got to be done to stop it. I'm not advocating for anything ridiculous, like no violence or anything like that, no attacking the court, no storming the court. or anything like that. But you've got to get like people in office on the lower levels of these courts to do something about this shit and stop it. That's what you need to do. Because if you don't do that, this is how they get power. You understand? Like, you have to vote in every election because every vote matters. Every election matters. You've got to make your voice fucking heard. Every election matters. You can't just focus on the big ones like your Senate races, your House races, and the White House. You've got to vote in your local elections, in your state senator, for your state senators, your state representatives, your aldermen, your judges. All of that shit matters. And you've got to vote for all of those, your city councils, your mayors, your governors. Because they make the decisions for your state or your city. And you've got to make it clear that you don't, if you don't like what they're trying to do, you've got to get them the fuck out of power. It's as simple as that. Like, I live in a place where I'm so fed up with like what's happening in Baltimore City, which is my hometown, that I want to run. Like, I want to do it, but I don't live in Baltimore City and I can't. And I live in Anne Arundel County where I have no chance in fucking hell of winning because I'm the wrong complexion. I'm going to be real with it. I'm the wrong complexion and I ain't getting votes in Anne Arundel. That's just facts. It is what it is. And I mean, I know people that probably vote for me because they know me. And well, that there's the complexion thing, but there's also the I don't give a fuck. And I will say things that people are not ready for. If I ever ran for office, it would be like, if I ran for national office, it would be the funniest campaign ever. Because people are like, this guy's fucking crazy. He just doesn't give a fuck. And because I would call out everybody. Like, I'd call out both sides. I'd call out my own party for being weak as fuck, and I'd call the other side for being just outright evil in some cases. Because my party doesn't fight. They're weak on a lot of things, and they don't fight the way they should. Not, you have to not storm the castle, like, fight, but, you know, be angry. Call out the other side's bullshit. When they say something that's completely false, just react and say, fuck you, that's a fucking lie. Or, they don't have a fucking plan. Or, this is their plan and it's gonna fuck you. Don't vote for them. They play by this sense of decorum and on respect for the other side. And the Republicans just go for fucking blood. They don't care. And it's time for Democrats to do the same thing. When they go low, you go high. No, when they go low, you hit them in the knee in the fucking head. Because they're about to hit you in the balls. When they go low, you clip them and you knee them in the fucking skull and knock them the fuck out. That's what you fucking do. Or when they go low, you put them in a guillotine choke and you L them out. That's what you do. When they go low, you don't go high. When they go low, you counter attack and you put them on their ass. That's what you fucking do. But that's the martial artist in me, the self-defense dude in me saying that. What do I know about any politics? I'm just a guy who watches from the sidelines, who's one of my best friends is a poli-sci major who was a Republican. But he's right. Like, the Democrats don't fight when they should fight. I'm a Democrat who agrees with that and says, yo, we should be hitting them in the dick. Verbally, not literally. Don't hit people in the dick, ladies and gentlemen. It's not okay to do that. It's very painful and it hurts. And it doesn't hurt right away, so it's just fucking wrong. Don't hit people in the dick. Unless they hit you in the dick first, then you hit him in the balls all you want, like fucking hit a symphony on their ass. But no, that's the thing, man. And like I said, the whole thing with all of this is to say, like, in which brings up another thing, like progressives, y'all left Nina Turner in a fucking and Morgan Harper in a fucking desert in Ohio, and y'all are wrong for that. I think Cori Bush and AOC were the only ones who supported Nina Turner. Yo, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. And none of y'all supported Morgan Harper. Like, the fuck? I consider myself progressive. I'm very progressive at this point in my life. I'm not even sure I'm a Democrat anymore. I think I'm more of an independent, but definitely not conservative. But I think I'm more independent now than anything else. But like I said, we're in scary times for like our sisters out there in the world, and we have to stand with them and fight this fight with them, because if we don't, like, they're going to lose their rights, and it's a matter of time before others people start losing theirs too, and that's a world we don't want to live in. They wanted to take the country back, didn't think I meant the fucking 50s. But apparently that's what that means. Make America great again means going back to when women didn't have rights, and then slowly but surely taking away those rights from other people, because that's what's about to happen. This is the first domino of a bunch of other dominoes that are going to fall, and we have to get ready to counteract that with everything we've got, and we've got to fight like hell. Not storm the castle, fight like hell. But we got to go to the ballots, and we got to make our voices heard that way. And we got to drive out these people who are pushing for this shit out of office. And the people who aren't willing to fight to stop them from pushing this agenda, we need to get them out and replace them with people who will fight. That's how we win. And that's how we move forward going forward. If you're ready to fight, if you're ready to push against the right wing, religious right, then you push back at the ballot and you vote the motherfuckers out who don't want to fight, and you vote the people pushing the right wing agenda out. That's how you win. And that's how you do this at this point, because anything else isn't going to get it done. You know, we don't storm castles. We don't perform insurrections. That's not what we're doing. We do it at the ballot box where it really matters. We make every vote count. We outnumber them. And if everybody gets up and does their part and votes, we can win, because they don't have the numbers to beat us. So, to all my brothers and sisters out there who believe in equal women's rights to choose, who believe in people's right to live their lives the way they want to live them, the way they choose to live them, or the way that they living their best lives. And not to be religious, but I'm going to say this because a lot of people have bastardized religion and politics. The only part of any part of the Bible that matters in modern times is the new covenant that Jesus left us with. Love each other as I have loved you. That's the new commandment. When I had no food, you fed me. When I had no shelter, you put me up. When I had no clothes, you clothed me. When I had no water, you gave me drink. Looking out for your fellow man, taking care of your fellow man. What do I say after all these videos? Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. I don't say that just because of the whole COVID thing. I say it because it's part of what I believe as a person. I believe we're all better when we take care of each other, when we help each other when we need it. You can't help with money. You help by being an ear or giving advice. If you can help somebody, you do what you can to do it. If you have, you do. I believe that. And I believe in that last part. Love everyone or each other as I have loved you. That means no matter what, whether someone's gay, straight, transgender, whatever, you love that person as you would love yourself. Because you don't know what road they've walked. You don't know what road they've gone through. You know, people don't choose to be gay or transgender. They're living their life as they believe they were meant to live it, to be the person that they're meant to be their best self, to live their best life. And who are you or anyone else to deny them that? And that's what I believe in. I believe in letting that person live their life and live that choice and be that person because, quite frankly, if more people lived their best life, we'd have a lot less bullshit in the world, wouldn't we? Live in love, right? Erase the hate, live in love. But maybe that's the old Catholic in me. I don't know. But that's what I believe. And like I said, that's the only commandment that matters now. Love others as I have loved you. And if you're not doing that, you are not living the true faith, the true word of God. Sorry, but you're not. That's all I've got for today. Listen, didn't want to make that last part preachy or get into religion, but fuck it. It needs to be said. And it needed to be said a long time ago by somebody. So it might as well be somebody who at one point wanted to be a priest. Who walked away from his faith. But never forgot that one thing. The one thing that matters that he carries with him. Anyway, that's all I got for today. Um, I think I had promised a video. I totally forgot about it, about the whole Johnny Depp thing. Just what I'm seeing from it, it's not going well for Amber Heard. I'm just gonna touch on that for a brief second because I said I would. It's not going well for Amber Heard, and it looks like Johnny Depp's gonna win this thing. It looks like it, and like I said, I don't know if it's gonna vindicate him at all. I don't know. It looks like her career may be over. If she loses, she's fucked. Um, there was a report that came out that Amber Heard had been cut out of Aquaman up to like 10 minutes of screen time. If that's true, that is a very telling sign. They talked about at whatever thing they do, CinemaCon, they talked about the new Flash movie, but didn't mention Ezra Miller once. It was all about Michael Keaton coming back as Batman. Also telling, that means that the new bosses over at Discovery Warner Brothers really don't want to bring that shit up anymore. So don't be surprised if he is no longer the Flash going forward as well. Anyway, those are pretty much all I've got. Oh, no, I got one more thing. Moon Knight. Now that the series is over, I'm gonna do a quick review for it because I got to talk about this show. Um, if you haven't watched it, you gotta watch it. Just from beginning to end, it's my number 2 favorite MCU Disney Plus show. My first favorite being WandaVision. Um, Apparently, Phase 4 of Marvel is just trauma. It's just trauma and strife for these characters because, damn, they made this show made a hippo cool as fuck. It brought F. Murray Abraham back into the zeitgeist, which is kind of awesome. If you remember the movie Amadeus, he was the guy, Solari. His voice is like fucking amazing. He's got to get some love. I want to give him his flowers on his part of that. Um, May Callumway, I think I said her name right, who played Layla. She was fucking amazing. Ethan Hawke as Arthur Harrow was great, but Oscar Isaac needs to get a fucking Emmy for his performance as in this show. Um, being playing like 3 distinct characters. Yes, that's right, 3 distinct characters. Stephen Grant being the timid, meek little store worker, Mark Spector being the mercenary, and the very last one that popped up this last episode, which everyone's losing their shit online over. If I'm not going to give away that one, you got to watch the show. If you watched it, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, you need to watch it. Show was fucking amazing. The Moon Knight outfit was badass. The Mr. Knight outfit was super clean. I need that outfit. Anybody out there I know that knows the tailor, hook me up. I need someone to make me that Mr. Knight outfit. I will go out on Halloween dressed in that shit right now. I would wear that today. That suit was clean. Man, that suit was clean. It was clean. It was so clean. And the mask with I loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. But yes, they did some amazing stuff with social dissociative identity disorder. That aspect of it was just really, really handled well. It wasn't just some weird gimmick. There were actually points where like he didn't know, like, did you do that? No, that wasn't me. Who the fuck who did that? I don't know. It blacked out. Yeah, Moon Knight. Uh my number 2 favorite show at this point. So my list of Disney Plus shows, WandaVision is my number 1. Moon Knight's my number 2. Loki's my number 3. Just the last episode with Kang, with not Kang, He Who Remains, was that speech he gave was amazing. Falcon and the Winter Soldier was my 4, and number 5 is Hawkeye. Not because it wasn't good, because I loved Hawkeye. I loved Kate Bishop and Yelena Belova's fucking relationship. Those two were fucking great together. I loved the Kingpin showing up. I loved all of that. But just compared to the other shows, it wasn't. Oh wait, put What If above or below Loki. So 5 Loki and then 6 Hawkeye. Again, all of them to me have been great, or really have been really good. The fucking mind blowing. But that one, to me, is the best one. As Moon Knight's been was just amazing. Please do a second season, Marvel Studios, Kevin Feige. If you ever see this video, if you see this on YouTube, please give us more of this. Get Oscar Isaac to come back. I know he's busy doing movies and stuff. Just get him back for another season. Just one season. We need more of this, especially after that post credit. We need more. I need more. The world needs more. The world is chanting for more Moon Knight. And if you listen really hard, you can hear people. We want more Moon Knight. Put him in the movies. Put him on TV, on Disney Plus again. I don't care how you do it. We need more Moon Knight. Anyway, I just had to throw that out there because I said I would do a review of it once I finish the series. So there's that. So that's all I've got for today. I know it's been a while since I put up a video. I apologize. Like I said, I was kind of working on some other stuff as far as finding work. I was doing a couple of workshops and stuff like that. So I've been kind of busy. Now that I'm working and I have a set schedule to be working, you can expect me to post on the weekends going forward. So Saturday or Sunday will be when I start posting on a regular basis. You'll get a video a week from me at that point. Once I start working, starting the 23rd, that weekend, you will get a video from me that weekend, and then every weekend going forward. I promise. Now that my life is in a stable track, I can kind of devote time to doing it once a week. That way it'll be longer. This is probably going to be the longest video I've done, but I promise I'll go longer. Going forward, I'll go longer in these videos. I'll be, doing them like maybe going like an hour, hour and a half, covering different topics that I want to cover. Excuse me. Making it some wrestling stuff or sports stuff on them as well. I'll cover sports stuff. I'll cover like local news, local politics if I feel like it. Maybe not local politics because nobody gives a shit. I'm in Maryland. It doesn't affect anybody outside of Maryland, but I may cover other stuff outside. National politics, obviously, which I've been doing. I may delve into the midterms. I may delve into some other stuff. But yeah, I'm going to kind of cover a lot of different stuff on here. Some funny stories if I see something crazy out there. But yeah, like I said, I want to end this with just a real quick shout out to all the people who follow my channel, who subscribed. Again, thank you. I wouldn't be doing this without you guys. Again, share the videos, put them out there, hashtag them, whatever you want to do. It's all good, spread the word. I appreciate you guys. I value you guys. Anyway, it's going to be all for me today. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Peace.